Hello.
Hello! How's it going,
Buzzer
everybody?
beater.
Oh my
Good,
god. Oh,
good.
Vest joins right in the meantime. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's fine. So, as you will see, currently in chat, we have a poll. Poll is basically to earn experience point that you can spend in chat. As you spend experience points, there are things that you yourselves may do in chat. The first thing that you may do is spend it in order to do certain things. These things being either buy the party a random consumable, either buy more in order to select the consumable, buy the party a random magical item, buy the party a a magical item of your choice. Have one of the party members get 20 HP healed, or no, it's not a prediction. Sorry, it's not a prediction, but you still gain things. No, don't you? Am I wrong, Con? Correct me if I'm wrong, Con. He's not correcting me, so I'm right. Excellent. And in other words, you have certain things that you may spend your or earn experience points in the channel in order to benefit from the party. So in your way, chat, uh, you may be able to participate in the game and so forth. Otherwise, as this is not a poll and prediction, Con, you may take the lead on that, as you seem to know way more than I am about that. In the meantime, oh, sucks for the wind. Yes, sucks. The fox is now in play, and we can get down to business right away. I hope everybody had a good week, right? How about you guys? I got a great week.
Busy, busy.
Busy, busy.
Can't
Mm-hmm.
complain.
Can't complain. What about
Yeah,
Nicole? You
pretty
got
good. Pretty good week. Pretty good week.
pretty good week. Excellent. So, without further ado, we'll get right away into tonight's episode 5 of Kingmaker Voices of the Land. Last we left
Hello.
off, our party had just defeated the bandits of Thorn River Crossing, which was one of the, as we think, many outposts of the bandits in the Greenbelt. To the misfortune of our heroes, the ring of Svetlana was not found among the things that were there. That being said, they decided to take their loot and slowly head back towards the trading post in order to restock, get ready, and perhaps get a bit more of a sense of what was going on exactly in the Greenbelt. So, as we left off, our heroes were faced with a cold spat, covering themselves in the harsh winter, or at least last days of winter climate. That being said, heroes, you do make your way and you find the small winding path into the plains and then into what is before you, Oleg's training post. Would you do anything?
How do we announce about the ring?
Are you asking me or asking your friend?
The friends.
Well, I do believe that bad news should be sandwiched, between good. So, we do have the good news that we, found some of their stuff,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and that we can continue looking. Of course, we have the fellow here who can give us more information. So
When you say
we
fellow here, who do you have in mind?
Oh, hopes. Hopes. Yes,
Hops.
we have hopes. Up, up.
Hops.
Yeah, we can. Maybe he knows a little bit of something, but last time we asked, didn't seem sure.
Well, I think with the proper amount of encouragement, that I do believe we'll get the information we're looking for.
Hmm. And maybe if he see the heads of his friends in the cart, maybe he's gonna get spooked a little or something. So
I agree. All right. Well, should we? Question: Is the gate open to us? Is the gate closed to
So
us?
as you will remember, the trading post of Oleg does not have doors standing. They were put to the
damn
ground thanks to previous efforts from the bandits and so forth. So right now, it's pretty much just a ring of stone that has little defense to it, and allowing you to basically see pretty much all the buildings inside. So anybody that's willing enough can either climb over the wall, but just walk up into the main area. Gilad, yes.
Am I misremembering? I thought we fixed those doors before we left.
You did not.
we asked help from the
You
NPC, but
asked.
we didn't fix
Okay,
them.
Ah, okay,
give me a
okay.
second, because this needs to be fixed here. Just give me a second. Here we go. See this now.
Oh, sheeps.
Yes. As you slowly make your way towards basically the small path, dirt path, stones on each side, the leaves, basically a tapestry to your ground, to your feet, and a small wooden bridge across the small stream. You do see off in the distance, near the door, there are two armored gentlemen that you've never seen before. They do wear matching outfits, and they seem to be more of a guarding disposition more than attacking or anything of the sort. So you slowly make your way towards the door. Anything else?
Craze holding. He's walking along the side of our trusty horse. Mihao Bihali,
Yes.
and so he waves to the two guards and calls out, hello there.
The guards signify a halt and come over in an intersect pattern towards you for a second. Hello, friend. How are you doing?
We're doing well. We are guests of Oleg and his wife, and we are back on a search for his stolen loot. Can we?
About halfway your sentence.
May we enter?
About halfway your sentence, you have a gruff, female-sounding voice off to the side, basically indicating, "No, they're with us. They're with us. They can come inside." And you have Amiri coming into view, and the guards basically look towards her, nod their approval, allowing you to go inside with the rest of them. Amiri looks at you for a second, seems perplexed, and quickly makes an exit out of view, allowing you to basically enter and do whatever you wish into the trading post itself.
As we enter, Necre is going to be leading, Mihao into the entryway of the trading post. He's going to look to Lucen, be like, Lucen, the horse, cart, and just kind of drop the reins. And he's going to start walking off to the right where the main hall where the food was.
Excellent. So you're heading towards basically like the fire pit, then taking a left toward the main building where Oleg normally conducts his business, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Lucian, what do you do?
First off, Phil, you're a bit quiet.
Is this better?
And oh yeah, I mean that's better for me
I
to see
hope,
on the viewers.
I hope. Oh wait, I'm
Um,
flashing red here on my thing here. So okay, let's go.
Anyways, as for Lucian, he'll look to Naku and kind of like give like a playful scowl. Like he's not mad, but come on, give someone else the job. But then he'll obey and take the cart, horse, lead them to the stable.
So you lead the horse into the stable. As you open the door, there's a man there that's kind of like surprised, kind of like that was in the exit and going outwards. Takes a second, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything. Please go right inside. And he opens the door. You're not used to that level of service here in Oleg's, and the man doesn't seem to be ringing any bell to you. Do you do anything?
Well, no, I'm just gonna do my task of putting up the horses.
Excellent.
Not think much of it.
So you walk in and you notice on the 4 stalls that are there, 3 are already occupied, and you may basically join. Have Mihao go into one of the stalls. You notice that already from the 3 days that it took between you leaving Oleg's and then going back and forth, word has already begun to spread on the main way that this was once more of a secured area, if that makes sense. And this is this is a sense of what you can get. Nikri, you slowly head towards the inside of the main building. I will remind you, by the way, Lucian, Gilali, that you do remember that Davian was led here with Lindsay in order to tend his wounds. Is there anything that you guys would have do while Lucian is tending the horses and Nikri is obviously going towards the main building?
I'll see if I can find out where Davian is and check on him since he was wounded when we sent him here.
Excellent. What about you, Vess?
I guess I will be hanging around with like Nikri and Lucian a bit in the back. If he's gonna go speak with Oleg, I'm gonna be around to hear what's going on.
Okay. So Nikri and Vess, you're going towards the main building, where obviously normally Svetlana and Oleg are doing business. In the meantime, Gilali, you're going into you're asking around for a bit, and you do see Valerie that's standing guard next to the building that you guys have elected as temporary housing, and she motions that they are here. As you're passing, Gilali, you have Valerie that stops you and puts a hand on your shoulder and asks you, Did Amiri talk to you yet?
Oh, I haven't talked to anyone yet. Why?
Oh.
Why do you ask?
She seems distraught for a second. The man that you caught here, that attacked, tried to flee.
Oh.
Amiri solved that issue. And she's trying to make it better or like indicate that it's not as bad as you think, right? But the man is very dead, and Amiri did her best, right?
Well, yeah, because when she said solve the issue, she go, do you mean solved as in he's perhaps restrained in one of these buildings?
No.
Or solved.
Yes.
Okay.
Solved.
I should let the others know.
If you wish. Otherwise, the gentleman that Lindsay brought forward is inside the house if you wish to see him.
Oh, yes, I'll check on him and then I'll let them know.
Excellent. You open the door, and the moment you open the door, the first thing that strikes you is that you have a sudden drop of energy. You feel as if... So, for example, if we take that you have 100% of your energy in the day, 25% of that energy was suddenly taken away. It's unnatural to you. It's strange. And your first reflex is surely to take a step back, but you don't seem to retake any of it, if that makes sense. It seems that is, unnaturally speaking, something has robbed you of your energy.
Oh, she wouldn't like that. Do I see anything unnatural
Gazing
or
about inside of the building, you don't see anything unnatural other than uh, off in the left corner a bed with a small figure currently laying into it, tucked in, and a fox curled on the bed itself, curled in like asleep on the bed itself, unnoticing your presence.
I don't like that. I Was he awake at all when he came in here? Did you see him perhaps cast?
Valerie looked at you for a second, and no, to my knowledge, he was already passed. Lindsay had to carry him in.
All right.
By the
Okay,
time that
well
you're speaking
I
to her, your lips become parched, as if you had not taken a sip of water in a long time.
absolutely not. I leave the room.
Okay, your condition does not become better. While you're doing that, Nakri and Vess, you enter the main building, and you notice the first thing that you notice is that there's a gentleman wearing in full plate armor, turning around, kind of like by the attention of the door swinging open, heading towards you, kind of like in a not in an interception manner, but like it shows that he's perhaps awaiting trouble, but still comes over towards you. Good, well met, friends.
Well met, sir. What's your name?
I would ask the question first, if it's possible. He raises his brow.
Of course. Of course, of course. I am Vesinkel Heinz Weasley, or you, and this is my friend.
And does your friend have a name?
My name is Nakray.
As
Nice to meet you, and you are?
as he's interrogating you, you have on one side Oleg coming. Oh no! They're friends. They're friends. They're friends. And we have the knight in armor, just like, oh, excellent. And he raises his visor, showing a clean-shaved face, kind of like square to the jaws, perhaps in his early mid-30s, gentleman. He nods for a second. Well met then. You friends of Oleg's or friends of ours? We've been sent from Restov after a request for this facility to be safeguarded. My name is Creston Garris, and he extended a hand in salutation.
Nakray accepts the hand and says, "Well met. Good. Happy to see that you have arrived safely and are doing a fine job protecting this establishment."
Yes, myself and I come with a complement of 3 knights in order to be sure that we can keep this place safe. To what is your request?
What was
No.
our request? We
You were the one that
helped
sent.
be protected. We were the ones who sent the request. Oleg was having difficulty with bandits. We helped
Good.
him with that. And should we make this a more civilized town, we need good guards like you and your troop to, keep the peace.
You will forgive us, but we had an escapee one night ago, and the evening, first night that we were here, a gentleman that you had captured.
You lost our. You
Well,
lost our captive.
He attempted to flee, and one of your friends made sure that he would not flee far.
Oh, good. So, chopped him off at both knees.
No, a bit higher.
Oh.
Ah,
God,
well, that's unfortunate.
Yes, very much so.
well. We did
Well,
lot.
all right. Thank you, Sir Knight. Nakray would then turn, clearly like our business is concluded, and would turn his attention to Oleg to continue the conversation.
Oleg looks at you for a second, kind of like dismisses the knight, and head into his office area.
We have good news. Oleg, and Necray would turn, motioning to View, realizing that now he's hoping that View has Oleg stuff, and says we did find some of your declared lost belongings.
Oh, did you? Did
Yes.
you find? No, never mind.
We look everywhere in the camp. I'm sorry, Alex. We even searched the body of the lady who stole it first. We recognize her, but we didn't got anything.
That means it's with her. I understand. Thank you very much. You've went through the effort of acquiring it. You may keep it. It's as much as I can give you to be sure that my trading post is secure, and getting rid of the bandits near the Thorn River is certainly put a halt to their activity in their area. Thank you so much.
No, thank you,
Oh,
Alex.
yeah,
This
thanks.
is
It's one of the
Wow.
few ways that I'm able to thank you.
Uh,
Outside, you hear a gasp sound. A gasping sound, or perhaps a yelp sound or anything of the sort, like a woman crying for help real fast. Would you do anything?
Necray would move to the door to see if
You move to the
someone's
door,
gasping
open
for help.
it, and you have Gilali collapsed on the ground. And Svetlana trying to uphold her as much as she may.
Oh
Necray
my.
would rush over to his sister's side, get down on his knees, and Galali.
I will follow up.
Apparently,
How-
she's too weak to answer.
Galali, can you hear me? He would do to the best of his ability, some kind of medicine check to see what is causing this strange new affliction.
So,
Can I assist him in
the
that?
moment you put your hands on her, you feel empowered. You feel the rush of the fire and the flame burning strong within you. But you do not decipher anything of what might be wrong with your sister. She does not have any physical wounds. She does not seem to have any bruises or anything of the sort as quickly as you give her once over. She does seem weak and somewhat feverish, as in you do see the purling of sweat upon her nose and her brow, but she doesn't feel warm to the touch.
Necray would look at Galali's and Svetlana's hands right now, right?
Yes, Svetlana is
Okay.
trying to hold her. Like, Svetlana was pretty much like, Svetlana was probably the first one that noticed that Gilali was going down, and she rushed and tried her best not so that Gilali would not collapse on the ground headfirst.
Okay, so he's gonna look to her and be like, "What did you see? What happened?"
I don't know. She seemed fine as she came from the other barracks, and she crossed over and she just collapsed. She stopped for a moment and held her brow, and I don't know.
What's in that barracks?
The gentleman that you came with, Davian?
Oh, Davian is here.
Yes,
I'll go.
we tended to him.
I'll go check on him. Stay with the Gilali, Necray.
Excellent.
Yes, of course.
So
Thank you.
you head towards Davian. Lucian, you pretty much come out of the stable as you notice the scene of Svetlana, Gilali, and Svetlana holding Gilali on the ground. Necray kind of very concerned over her, and Vess heading towards the main barracks where you had stayed before. What would you do?
Well, I guess Lucian would come over to Svetlana and Decree and Jalali. look between them and go, well, what happened?
Nick Gray would catch him up with, she went to check on Davian. She came out. She collapsed. We don't know what's going on. Galali, can you hear us?
Can I hear them?
It's easy. You feel feverish. You feel heavy. You feel not confused, but like you hear his voice as if it was a very, very far echo.
Okay. Try to open my eyes, look towards the sound of his voice.
Okay.
He said he sounds far away, so maybe ask him where has he gotten off to, since maybe I'm a little delirious.
So you look towards him, and Nakri, your sister, asks you, like, where are you going away?
Galali, we're right here. You went in. What did Davian do? What did you touch something in there?
Mm-hmm.
The more in the Kree that you touch your sister, the more that you feel as if, like, it has gone to the side that there's a slight drizzle coming down, and you like Lucian, you can notice that it's almost sizzling right off from his skin.
Well, let's at least take her inside before it gets colder.
Yes, of course.
Yes, if it's a disease, it'd be better to give her that.
The sizzling of the water and the rain is from the Kree, not on Gilali. If that wasn't clear.
Nick tries to scoop Galali up in his two arms and stand up.
Excellent.
And the building that she came out of is the closest building, right?
The more you touch her, Nakri, the more you're feeling powerful. Does that make sense?
It does.
Gilali, you feel yourself getting sicker by the second.
Oh, something is draining me.
Does Nakray see her getting sicker by the moment as he's feeling more powerful?
Yes, definitely.
It's okay, so then it is kind of obvious what's going on. All right, so not drop her, but he kneels back down, he sets her down, he takes 2 steps back, and he's like, what magic is this?
You ask to the universe, and the universe does not answer.
Can Nick roll? Is there like an Arcana roll?
It would be an occult. History? Recall knowledge, okay. Occult.
There it is. Oof, untrained. All right. That tracks. That tracks.
The universe does not answer back.
He knows a lot.
So you know that something's wrong. Nakri understands that something is wrong while he's touching his sister, while he's being close to her. But what and why evades him.
Well, she came from that.
Bring her inside. Does it? You touch her, Lucin.
Yeah.
Carefully.
He kneel down, lift her up. He's not going to go towards the building with Davian. He's instead going to choose the main trading area. Oleg's main home office area.
No, you're bringing her into the main building where you guys are staying, correct?
No. He's in my mind. He's getting her away from wherever Davian.
So lifting her up, and you have 3 choices of building other than the building that you guys are staying. Oleg's building, the building where you take your bath, which is more of a warehouse, or the stable.
Yeah. So the Oleg's.
Okay, excellent. So Lucian lifts up Jalali and heading towards the area. McCree, you're kind of like left there in the drizzle in this light rain. There's a light rain like drizzling off your skin that you probably noticed for the first time. The fabric also, like you're wearing very elven fabric that's very light, and it almost feels crisp as you're moving, as if it was eaten up by something.
Still trying to figure out what kind of magic is surrounding him, afflicting him and his sister.
Sadly, that knowledge is beyond you. So, other than your wild guesses,
he would be following behind Lucin to the main building. Trying to stay close
Svetlana would hold a hand and, kind of catching Lucian's drift, stop you. I think it's best that you stay here for a moment.
Yes. Okay. You. Yeah. Yeah. You must be right.
I'll come and get you if anything happens, right? I think for the meantime it would be best that you find rest with Vess and the men that we brought in.
He nods and goes, yes, yes.
Excellent. Vess, while that was happening, you entered the main building. There are 5 beds laid out. The far right bed to you currently has a person, small as a child, laying into it. And there's a fox curled up on the blanket, kind of like there and sleeping. What do you do?
Davian?
Seems that the person is soundly asleep. The fox ears perks up.
Oh, sorry, little fox. I don't. Does I recall his name? Maybe he did say it.
The fox kind of stands up, stretches lazily, goes over towards probably the chest of the person, paws, kind of like a cat does, kind of like kneading for a second. Davian, that is enough to wake you up.
I'm sleeping.
The Socks kind of like paws a bit more, goes onto a side, and then lays his head across your neck, kind of like with his face like laying across your neck for like a dog requiring attention.
Davian reaches up and gives him some scritches and kind of rolls over. Who does he see?
As he rolls over, he sees a smaller gentleman. He sees Vess, who's wearing his blue coat.
Hey, I know you.
Yes, we met in the wood earlier.
Yeah. What's going on?
Are you doing better?
I think so.
The Socks kind of like takes a second and goes back to curl himself at the foot of the bed, trying to get some more sleep.
Oh, you can go to sleep, but I have to wake up? I see how it is.
Pets, am I right?
Well, yes, but he's not necessarily a pet, but yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to offend him.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Hey, did you notice the lady health coming in here, or you were deep asleep, and because she seemed to be not feeling so well?
Doesn't ring any bell to you.
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
Last I remember, I was in the woods, and now I'm here. How did I get here?
Oh, one of our friends, Amari, if I'm correct, right, Phil? Lindsay. Oh, sorry. Lindsay brought you back here.
Okay.
Well, I guess she did well.
Where's here?
Oh. We are at Holleg's Outpost.
Oh, the outpost. Okay, good. At least I finally got here.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, the camp you were held in, no more. We took care of it with everybody.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Kind of
you're
as you're
quite welcome.
saying that, you have Nakri kind of walking in, about like somewhat phased out, as clearly he has something else on his mind, but steps into the main building where you guys are.
Oh, hey, Nikri. Are you okay? Is your sister okay?
No, she's not okay. Is Lindsay? Where's Lindsay?
What's wrong with your sister?
She's not feeling well. She's losing strength. She doesn't know where she is. Where's Lindsay?
Davian looks at Vess.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't saw Lindsay anywhere, so. Uh, can can we help somehow?
Yeah, at this point, Davian will climb out of bed.
So you're still sore from everything that happened.
Okay.
Noticeably, you had gaping wounds when you got here. Noticeably, someone professed healing to you. And kind of like as you're taking a stock of your own wounds, you do notice that Vess is currently still slightly wounded. Nakri, the elf, is also slightly wounded. They seem to have gone through a certain amount of ordeal, but your own wounds are gone. But you still have kind of like not the bruise, but like the, when you've done some gym work and you're not really used to it, you still have like you still feel like heavy,
aches and pains and sore.
Exactly. That's kind of like what you feel like.
Okay.
Yes, you can help. You study. You learned. You have books. What do you know about magic and
Are you talking to me?
and spells?
Me?
Oh, he's talking to me, I guess. But maybe you can help.
I mean, I know a little bit.
Well,
Let lead the way, I guess.
yeah.
Okay, the main building. Let's go to the main building. And then Cray would turn and
Okay, let's.
almost charge out of the building.
Okay, let's go investigate those facts.
Come on, let's go. Docs.
McCrae would
Let's
lead
go.
them to the edge.
Excellent.
McCrae would lead him to the edge of the building. He wouldn't go in, as Lana said he should give space,
Okay.
and he'd be like, she's in there. View, go, help.
So, Lucian, Gilali, you entered the building kind of like escorted by Svetlana. Svetlana quickly, like her husband was coming forward, kind of like ready to trade, sees the situation, is instantly seeming like worried about what's going on. Svetlana takes a left, opens the door, and leads you into what is this living room area with a fireplace. There's some rugged furs on the ground and some very comfy chairs. So Svetlana kind of like leads you there, as though Oleg wants to get involved in everything that's going on. Svetlana just like ush him away, and you find yourself, Lucian, Svetlana, and Gilali kind of like all in your own in one of the chairs. Svetlana, sorry, not one of the chairs, one of the rooms. Svetlana looks towards Lucian for a second and points towards one of the chairs near the fireplace. We'd better set her over here. I'll get a blanket. And she turns around and kind of like looks into the chest, kind of like rummaging into being able to find a blanket. What would you do in the meantime?
How does she look now that I've taken her further away, and also how does she feel to me? Like hot, cold?
She feels cold to the touch, colder than usual. And with the amount of rain, she has no. Her skin feels dry. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Her skin feels dry. Her lips are starting to show signs as if somebody that's parched. The way that she's kind of like, not exactly there, makes you think of somebody that's requiring a lot of water.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, I'll listen to Svetlana. Rest her in the chair, and as I'm doing it, call out and be like, fetch me water.
Svetlana nods and just darts off to get some water. You are left alone in the room with Gilad.
And then, as I said, I'll just, put her up in the chair, do best to make it comfortable, and wait.
Gilali, as though you're comfortable, it's a comfy chair and everything like that, but everything seems to be feeling aggressive to you. Like everything, every touch, every like just like a draft of hair feel as if it was like rasping on your skin. It's nothing comfortable.
Okay, so I definitely fidget about in this chair because I don't want it touching me, but I'm sitting on it. So maybe try to sit up, turn about, make myself more comfortable somehow.
The proximity of the fire is something that seems to be more aggressive to you, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I move away from the fire since I'm finding it uncomfortable.
Excellent. So
Too hot, too hot.
Lucian,
DM, can I make like an Arcana or an Occultism check to see if there's something going on?
well, I mean, what would you? Because you're not in front of her yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay, I thought I was in the room still.
No,
All right,
not
yeah,
yet.
okay.
So the moment you are, absolutely, but until you are, yes. Lucian,
Roger,
you
roger.
do hear Gilali saying that. Do you do anything?
Well, I mean, in that case, yeah, probably help move her away from the fire.
Okay. So you're moving the chair. You what are you exactly doing?
Yeah, no, I guess I would move the chair further away.
Excellent. So Gilali, you do see Lucian trying his best to move the chair away, trying to get you like in response to what you're telling him. You do hear sounds in the hallway. Basically, Davian, Vess, and Nakri coming in. And as you guys coming into the main building, you do see Svetlana looking at you, nodding, and getting into the living room area, indicating that this is where it's happening. So I'm guessing that Davian and Vess are following, and Nakri staying behind, kind of like in a I don't want to make the situation worse type thing.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Davian, so you walk in. You do notice. Gilali in her state of being. What do you do?
Does it look I want to just kind of assess the situation for a minute and see what's going on. Does it look like something metaphysical, or is it just straight up, she's got issues?
Fair. Okay, give me a second. So the first thing I'm gonna have you do is, can you roll straight? No, you can't roll straight. That sucks. The first thing I'm gonna have you roll is, give me a second. I'm gonna have you roll medicine.
Oh, okay.
And I assist them in that?
You may. Are you trained in medicine?
I am.
Excellent. So you have a +5 in medicine.
+5 modifier. Well, that's good because I suck at medicine.
Excellent. She seems to be suffering from all signs of somebody that is dehydrated. The only thing that doesn't seem logical is how fast it got to her.
He looks at Lucian. Did you get her water yet?
I don't. Svetlana?
Svetlana comes into the room with water, as kind of like you're saying that, and hands you over the bottle of water.
And I would just, try to help her.
Excellent. For you, Gilali, it's kind of like the same as if you'd taken water for the first time in your life. It's so good.
Oh, well then I partake with zeal.
Excellent. It doesn't seem to make your condition better.
Hi. What do we have here?
I
Uh,
assume this isn't normal for elves.
that's what I was gonna ask. Can I recall knowledge on anything related to disease specific to elf? I don't know.
You may roll medicine.
All right. My turn. All right. Roll. There we go.
So elves
Okay.
are fickle, and you do know that they have a constitution that is lower than most. You do not seem to recall any diseases or anything of the sort that expressly affect elves in relation to their level of hydration.
Well, it's hard to figure out. I mean, I don't know much about disease specifically on elf, but I know they have lower constitution. But didn't Davian you point out that it could be some sort of magic or something?
I thought she just looked dehydrated. But there are spells that could do that, I think.
Oh, okay. Don't know
DM,
much.
can I make an occult or an arcana check
To
to
your
determine?
choice, occult or arcana, either will decipher different things.
All right, we'll go with occult, given my background.
Nothing comes to mind with the magic that
Awesome.
could work right now.
No, yeah, I mean, she's probably just really, really thirsty. Get her some more water.
We're gonna draw on her. Uh,
Oh yes. Reminder, by the way, that you do have hero points
oh yeah.
in
Can
order for
you-
you to re-roll things.
Can I re-roll with my hero point, please?
Yes, you may. So give me a
We
second.
have one per games, right, Phil?
Yes.
Unless you do stuff to gain it. So let me re-roll it. Hey,
Ooh la la.
25.
There we go. So much better.
Okay. Whatever has befallen her is unnatural. You feel thugging and emptiness of certain things and heightenance of other things. So, for example, you take a moment and look at what's in the room, and you do see some candles, and the fire of the candles seem to be stronger. The water itself seems to leave less less droplets on the side, and doesn't leave the stain on the table as you lift up the pitcher. It seems as if there's an ascendance of elements here that is unnatural, as if something was unbalancing whatever is at work here in the natural order or proximity of the planes. If that makes sense.
Do all the candles look like they're unnaturally high?
Mm-hmm.
I will start putting them out.
You put them out.
Yep.
You do know that in the general sense, the fact that a plane is closer or farther is not influenced by the candles.
Okay. But there's not like there's a ritual that was cast here or something that she stepped into that has caused this sort of thing to happen.
So with a 25, there is clearly magic at work. Clearly magic on a grander scope that something or someone made the plane of water further, which means that the plane of fire was closer.
Can we take her out of this room?
You're pretty sure that taking her out of the room would not affect her in any way.
Okay. So she's already kind of triggered the quote-unquote trap.
It's not
Okay.
a trap. You have a feeling that
No,
it's
I
just
know
more-
it's not a trap. It's just so I can understand what's going on.
So you have a feeling that it is more of a since You have a feeling that she is very, very, very in tune with the plane of water. And had she not been, you never would have noticed it. Does that make sense?
Interesting. I think so. Yep.
And it is more
Because
of a
of her-
regional thing.
Because of her attunement, it's more obvious.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you share that knowledge with us, Davian?
Yeah, something's going on. She's really, really like. I won't say she likes water. I mean, who doesn't like water? But she's just connected to it, and I think that what's going on is her connection is maybe weakened, and the opposite connection of flame and fire might be a little bit more heightened for her.
Okay. Is this a common thing in health to be connected to the planes? Or is just like our specialty? Because I saw her do magic and stuff, but
Do we even know what her god is? I don't think of it. Someone go ask Nikri what she was. Who she was.
oh. Yeah, I'll go ask Nikri.
Let's ask the one who's still awake. What's going on? Excellent. So you go outside. Nikri's there, probably pacing and just like wondering what's going on.
What's view? What's going on?
We think she's afflicted by something magical.
And as you open and you're watching it, by the way, by that time, Nikri is in full there's steam coming out from his shoulder. He's probably not noticing it himself. And the fire in the fire pit in the middle, in between the two buildings, is kind of larger and arcing slightly towards, kind of following Nikri's movement. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. And I think you might be afflicted too somehow. Davian!
What do you mean I'm afflicted?
I
feel
you're
fine.
you're
I feel
steaming.
great.
You have the opposite effect your sister does.
What you know what's going on with Galali?
Well, it looks like you're more in tune with fire, and she's less in tune with water, and it's kind of creating bad effects here.
Okay.
Do you got any items from the bandits we raid? Like any stuff weird we collect? I don't know.
No, everything from the bandits I put in the cart. It's with the cart and Michael Bialy.
Okay. Should we ask Oleg's about other people that came in? Like, is there someone else in the camp that arrived and playing us a trick or something?
If it is a plane issue, then it should not be. Actually, Phil, I'm sorry. I need to know. In character, I need to recall knowledge. What do I know about planes and that kind of thing? Because I should not.
To your choice, you may recall knowledge, so you may either roll Arcana or Occult to your choice, or Divine to your choice.
Well, they're all the same. Okay.
Yeah, team 3.
Okay. Planes exist. It's a place some people may go,
Awesome.
and that affects somehow our plane.
Cool. If it is the issue of the plane, then surely it's an issue of this area. We need to leave this zone.
Okay, we can leave. Has anyone found Lindsay? Lindsay brought Davian here. It happened when she went into Davian's room. Where's Lindsay?
So since you came back, you did not see Amiri nor Lindsay. Valerie is still standing guard in front of the building, the main building itself, and Aram is hanging out in one of the on one of the walls themselves. But that's about it.
Necray would glance around, and the first person he sees who is not View, Davian, or Lucian, he would make a straight line to, and inquire about where Lindsay is. Well, first, is anyone in view that is not one of the three of them?
So you feel you're going up towards a person with the energy of a person on like 2 Monster drinks. Like, right?
Oh, he's
the person that you see is one of the person dressed in half-plate armor, wearing the tabard of the two guys that are standing guard outside. He's just there lounging nearby, and you kind of like head towards him. He looks at you for a moment, nods politely, and is not ready for whatever you're gonna throw at him. You ask him who's Lindsay, where's Lindsay, and he looks at you and just like, who?
Lindsay. She brought the kid with the dog in, put him in that room, tiny, books, tell stories, sing songs. Lindsay. He puts his hands on his shoulders and kind of gives him a
shake.
Shake, yeah.
The guy seems...
Maybe kind of shakes the shit out of him if he's a little hyped up, but like, where's Lindsay?
The guy seems alarmed for a second, like the guy, the what dog? What? Like
Halfling fox.
Yes, the fox. Yes. She's it. Wait. Oh. Wait. Stop shaking me for a second.
Nikri. Leave a chance.
You shake him. You stop shaking for a second, and he's just like, oh, thank you. The barbarian, right? The one who's of the Mammoth Lord, right? Amiri and the small girl, correct?
Yes, the small one. Where is she?
Last I saw them, they were heading back towards Restov. I don't know where, but I think they were sent somewhere for a reason. I don't know who sent them where, but yeah.
Maybe we can ask Valerie and. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a blank for the priest.
No, I agree. If they were sent off, the person responsible is still here. So, who sent them away? Turning back to the guard.
I don't know.
Necray would turn and start walking back to Oleg's main building, looking for Oleg or Svetlana.
Excellent. Yes, Lucian.
How far away is this conversation?
So the compound itself is about 100 feet by 100 feet. So even if it's walls, you do hear what's going on outside.
Absolutely. So he'll just kind of look at them and go, why are we assuming it's someone? For all we know, it could just be from the moon.
As you're kind of like leaving outside in order to do that, Svetlana kind of like stops you and like, Lord Lucian, you're bleeding.
He just kind of look at her, frown for a second, and then just kind of like shrug and not really seem to care. I mean, he's already wounded, so like.
Yeah, she's looking at Lucian, being like really concerned, and he's like, "No, fuck this," and goes outside. Good.
I mean, he's already wounded, so he's just sat here like, okay, it's blood from a battle, you know.
Okay. So you do continue conversation with Necry and Vess.
Can I start a case on this thing?
What would be the case in the question?
The case will be what's troubling the twins' elf? Like, what's the illness?
You absolutely may. And what is the question?
The question will be, just like I said, what is affecting the twin?
Okay,
what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
You may put it into your cases.
All right.
All right. So, Lucian, you go outside and speak with Necry. Go ahead.
If it's... There's no reason to believe it is in it. It could just merely be the position of the sun. It's something equally stupid.
Um,
You hear in
can I
the
recall-
background. You
Can I
hear
recall information if any? Oh, sorry, you go.
you hear in the background Oleg kind of like musing on what Lucian just said, just going like, I knew that elves were fickle, but to that extent, wow. But so yes, you wanted to, yeah.
Can Necray recall information if anything like this has ever happened in the twins' lifespan before?
Without rolling, you do remember that yourself and your sister have an affinity to elements.
Right, but is there like
Nothing ever to that extent
okay.
ever happened. You did remember, though, looking back, like thinking about it for a second, your memory goes back to a thought in the halls of your homeland. You were standing in a hallway, nervously pacing about, while your sister was sitting down, telling you to calm down, and you were awaiting an audience of sorts. It takes a second, and you were led inside, and the woman, a elven seer of certain renown, did impart to you the knowledge that going into the stolen lands would help into the future of the elements. And that is as much as you can remember from the conversation.
Yeah. I mean, you could be right, Lucian. This just doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem like it's the sun and the moon. But
What god does she worship? What religion are you?
can I recall information?
Oh my god, on your own
So
god!
sorry. I'm the worst.
Open your
I'm
character
the worst.
sheet.
Necray correctly identifies the god they follow.
Open your character sheet.
Yes, we follow Gazra.
In who?
Necray regales him with the knowledge of Gazra. And why
Gazra
he
is a
great god.
deity of two aspects. Gazra is the sea that encapsulates the land and the wind that moves it. He is the god of protection and cherishes nature in all form. Is anathema. So his areas of concern are nature, the sea, the weather, and the sun. And is anathema are to bring civilization where it intrudes on the wild. He completely hates creation of undeads and despoiling areas of natural beauty.
Cool.
Lucian, make an
Yes.
Arcana check for me.
Oh, this isn't.
Hey, not so bad. You quickly notice that the twins are each in tune with a different element. Especially, I mean, you've seen Gilali bathe before, and how she revels in the water, and how now she seemed parched. And you saw Nikri with his might and his powers relating to the to fire, and how much now just near being a fire seems invigorated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's clearly that something's happening where one is weaker and one is stronger. The cause of why evades you. Yes, wait, yes, Vess.
Yes. I will probably turn to Sveltana and say, "Can we make a bath for Gilali, like a bowl of water? I think she's need more than just like a glass. Maybe she will."
Yeah, okay. I'll set it up in the storage room like last time. Give me about 20 minutes.
Okay, I don't think it needs to be heated up that much or at
Oh,
all, but yes, thank you.
okay. I'll enlist then one of the gentlemen's aid, and we'll try to get it done in 10 minutes. And
Thank
she
you.
disappears and gets ready to prepare the bath for Gilali.
I want to test something. What if we try to put Gilali in water so she gets invigorated? Because Nikri seems to be pumped by fire.
Yes, but it is raining quite badly out here.
But I can't pinpoint.
Ooh,
What is
that's
this?
I don't hate that idea. Yeah, we could draw her a bath.
Yeah.
Excellent. Takes about 5 minutes, unless anybody has anything else relevant to do. And Svetlana comes back inside and indicates that there's a bath ready. With the help of Lucian, they would take Gilali into the storage area and lay her fully dressed in the bath. Instantly, Gilali, you seem to be retaking your senses. Seems that whatever was afflicting you was gone. You do, like, kind of like in the same way that, you know, when you're out of the water, you're dried very fast. You have a feeling that you always need to put some water on your forehead, some water in your hair. Kind of like she's always motioning and being able to, like, keep herself wet. But other than that, she seems fine from the moment that she touches the water.
My scientific mind wants to try and get her out of the water for 10 other minutes and see if she falls back, but I'm not gonna risk it. Um,
So I'm assuming by now that you're pretty much all near in the storage area with Nakri kind of like outside looking through the door, correct?
yeah.
Excellent.
Mm. I would like to probably either go see Alex or the gentleman that we encounter. Preston?
Keston Garris.
Yeah, it says Keston. Not there's no R in it.
Creston. Give me a second.
Creston.
Keston, Creston. You're making me doubt. That's not good. Let me give you.
Désolé.
No, you're not. Okay, let me just try something real quick.
Anybody else?
I
in
think
the
I even have a
meeting?
picture of him.
Oh,
Oleg's
Now I
trading
wanna see the picture.
post. Give me a second.
anybody else has ideas in the meantime? Like, is it somebody inside the halls or is it like a natural thing?
Well, I think we just.
Keston Garris.
Deal.
He looks
Aha.
like Justin.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like what?
A Creston
He looks like a Creston.
or
The
Dave.
name being spoken, by the way, Lucian,
Mm-hmm.
rings a bell as the Garris family is a noble family from Brevoy. Rings a bell.
Could I, pick on to see what?
You don't have any Brevoy lore, so it's gonna be a
I
society.
have
check.
politics lore.
Okay, politics lores or society. Give me a second. So the name Garrus rings a bell. It is a well-known family in Brevoy. You do remember Caston Garrus and hearing of him, and that there was some type of scandal for the reason why this particular man decided to take up the mercenary life.
Well, in that case, hearing the name and kind of perk up, it's like, yes, let's go talk to him.
All right, let's go.
So, Davian,
Mm-hmm.
while all that's going on, what are you doing?
Trying to just kind of like wrap my brain around what's going on. Fox is a familiar of Frozen Rhyme, is attuned to the cold. I would send Fox over towards Nakri to see what happens.
Give me a second. I need to verify something because that. Okay, give me a second because interaction between that and that can have. For all you wondering what I'm taking my information from, Archive of Netis is the place to get information for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So we can find it over there. Just give me a second, class. And I need your class. Because I need to verify something real fast. Yeah.
Really makes me wish I played a spellcaster so I could talk about metaphysical knowledge that I have.
Pwah, pwah, pwah.
I'm sat here dying.
So, Davian, you do remember that your familiar Socks is yes, indeed a spirit of frost, but he is not linked to the plane of water or any of the sort. He is linked to the first world, which is the world of phase.
Sure.
That being said, make an occult check.
Sweet.
You rapidly understand by how your familiar is moving and the interaction that whatever is transpiring between the two twins does seem to find its origin in the world of phase.
It is of Fey origin. Is that what you're telling me?
The spell, so even if it's a spell that perhaps made the planes further away and so forth or anything like that,
Sure.
whatever its origin seems to be from the Fey world, the first world.
Huh. Interesting.
And as far as you know and they know, they've not encountered a Fey yet.
And where are they in relation to me right now?
You're kind of like in the same area as them in the main storage area.
Hey, Nakri?
Yeah, huh? Yes.
Have you ever, been to the first world? The Fey realm?
Oh. Not recently. I don't
Well, you
think
have
we
been.
have.
Do you ever come in contact with anybody that has?
Can I recall knowledge? Would Necray have had
As far as you can recall, you've never interacted with. So the first world
that's what I
is the
thought.
world of the Fae.
You might not have known if you had actually come to think of it.
Yeah, no, not. No, this is really the first time that my sister and I have left the wood.
And also,
Hmm.
Davian, you do have a sense that the twins' predicament about the attunement that they have to elements is in their blood, not some type of curse or spell that has befallen them.
It's natural. Gotcha.
Yes. They seem naturally, each of them seem to be. So, as much as we say that twins are different in certain ways,
Hmm.
these twins seem to be fire and water.
You came from the same parents? Are you sure?
As far as you can tell, by looking at them, they
Yes.
do kind of
yes,
look the same.
Pretty,
They have the same nose.
Pretty damn sure.
They have the same nose and the same ears.
All elves look alike. um, it's interesting because you seem like it's like fire and water. I mean, like two complete opposites. How are you? I don't get it.
As you're saying that, you remember the words of Baba Yaga and the riddle that she spoke to you. And you can go read it back.
Your fate does bend to seek. Davian kind of trails off, and you hear him whispering to himself. In distant lands where fate does bend, seek the souls whose hearts contend. One with fire's blazing might, the other calm as ocean's night. And like his eyes go big, and he's like, "Hey, that's you guys!
What is us?
You're fire's blazing might, and she's calm as ocean's night." It makes so much sense now.
I could be calm.
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. While you're saying that, Vess, Lucian.
Yes. So, you know that fellow, Kristen guy? You heard of him?
Not too much, but I know he's of a noble house, first off, and that he abandoned his nobility for more of a life of adventure and glory through battle.
You think is he into something shady?
I'm not sure. I don't. If he is, I do not. If he is, I'm not sure it could be from anything with this, but perhaps.
Well, should we start with asking him like, what he has been doing since he arrived, or something like that, or if he knows if Amari and Lindsay where they went or something?
If you want to go and anger the god and make them focus on you, I will not stop you.
Okay. Well, we'll see. So I guess we go find Creston.
Excellent. So you go inside the main building. He's currently in the middle of chatting with Oleg. They're talking about business in Restov, like nothing very fancy, just like the discussion of like, hey, this is a new trend, you should try this, and so forth. As they see you coming in, they kind of like start their conversation, look towards you. Keston kind of like stands up and was about to leave, leaving you, assuming that you wanted to speak with Oleg.
Oh, no, Creston. I think we will speak to the both of you. We have like some question, if you don't mind.
Oh, yes, of course. Keston turns
Uh,
around, leans on the bar, and like looks at you for a second. Oleg turns behind, gets support and drinks for everybody.
Oh, thank you. I say, lifting up my hands above me because they're probably too tall. So except for Hop trying to hop away, sorry. Anything
Kinda look at each
else?
other and kind of like give this like, yeah, we're gonna laugh, but like half like, like half laugh.
Do you know? Well, first, where's Amari and Lindsay went? We heard that they went back to Resta or something, but do you know why?
Oh, Oleg Oleg kind of like lifts his hand. No, they're not back in Rostov. I actually sent them to seek out a friend of mine. You see, I have a friend of mine nearby, well, about like a day's walk here, that is. Is this better?
Yeah.
Awesome. I have a friend of mine who's near the trade route, about a half day's from here, called Boken, and he's the one that provides me with potions and other things. So, and I had not heard from him in a few days, so that's why they asked if they could help, and I send them their way.
Oh. Okay, thank you. And other than that, anything weird happens? Because our friends are not feeling too well, and we're trying to find out why.
Kesson takes a second, and, well, weird. If you want to take weird, if you look at the sky, it's supposed to be raining heavy today, and it's not.
Oh. Oh. That sounds weird indeed.
I mean, by the clouds, I've been in the outdoors long enough, and if it's not raining now as much, that means in a few hours it's going to be a incredible downpour. But for now, that's all we have.
Okay. Does Vess recall is this occurrence of nature, or even if it's like plane related, is something that could happen without like a specific person as a caster, or is it just like sometimes the planes are tricky and so on?
The planes are not tricky on their own.
Okay, okay.
Planes don't have a will. If that makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is there like any kind of druid or magic will there in the area that could do such things?
We had a druid pass by, perhaps 5 or 6 days ago. He's meant to come back anytime soon. He went over to investigate in the woods. Something about a temple that he wanted to claim back or something.
What was this guy's name? But who was he?
I don't remember his name, but he was older, perhaps in his early 50s, bald, had a small goatee, like not exactly a goatee, but more like a few days old beard. He was dressed in green. I believe he was a druid or a cleric of Aristil.
Aristil?
Yes.
Do I know anything about Aristil?
From the get-go, Aristil is a god of nature.
Okay.
He's frequently prayed by druids and so forth.
Thanks. Do you know in which direction? South, east, north?
In the forest, kind of like the same way you came from.
Okay.
Oleg,
probably that then.
Oleg stops you for a second, and speaking of the woods, how did it go? The forests and so forth. Have you found the Stag Lord and have you dealt with?
Right. Right. We dealt with a few brigands, definitely relate to the Stag Lord.
I see.
But it was a remote outpost. Apparently, he resides in some ruins.
Oh, and you do plan to solve that, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
But we'll be better in shape if all our party members are in shape. And I think
Absolutely,
this.
I understand that. It's just I wanted to be sure that
Yes. Sorry.
the first place that it will turn their attention to is where they were first attacked, and sadly, the first place they were attacked is my trading post. And I just want to be
If
sure
he
that my
resides-
wife and I are safe.
If he resides within ruins, it's likely to assume it's a temple that this druid went to. And I'm sensing a connection between all this.
Oh,
Oleg, the woman with the 2 axes, we did slay her.
Oh.
She will not come back.
Good. If you found. No?
We are still on the look for that.
Kesson takes a second. You're talking about the forest and the temple. I heard that this stag lord, I believe, was
Yes?
settled near the Candlemere.
Can I recall knowledge on what I know about that?
Yes, you may. Do you have geography or survival?
No. No.
Yeah, we're all
I
in this
might-
conversation, right?
We may assume that you guys are.
Like,
I'll do this here. Just give me a second.
What would geography be under? Nature
Yes.
Being
or survival?
You may. You know what? Nature could fit. Survival will fit as well. The Cree, they're talking about a lake.
Ah, yes, the lake.
mm, is it? Is it a lake?
It is, but body of water, circular-ish in shape. But,
It's not
lake.
really circular, but yes.
Well, I can only assume it's probably related to the road that we found on the camp that we did not go down.
Anybody wishes to roll?
Sure.
Check
Oh, I assumed everyone was gonna roll.
I
Someone,
mean, I'm
someone roll
untrained,
better
so
than
I don't see
5.
a point.
Never assume.
Davian's only
Um,
kind of half paying attention and then realized like he might know something. So I'd like to roll survival if that's all right.
Go ahead.
I know a little bit more than McCree.
So if you verify on the map, I will ping Candlemere Lake.
The
Okay.
DM took away on survivalist.
Gotcha.
Keston also, I assume that they were on the Candlemere Island.
Island. Uh-huh.
Is this here part of the lake?
It is.
Okay, so that would be theoretically the island.
Yes. No. They're on the peninsula south to the north of the lake.
Okay.
Oh, and Keston would then what's on the island? There is ruins and there's a castle over there.
Well, I'm sure once we're at the lake, we will be able to find people and see light.
So-
Keston looks at you for a second. Yes, but being prepared is always a better idea.
Nonsense. They're men. They will be easily dispatched.
Well, yes, but if they're 10 or 20 or 30, they're not as easy to dispatch.
It will be.
Keston looks at you for a second, looks at your sword, and kind of like nods knowingly.
Necreek,
Yes,
you
Necreek.
seem
DM question: the world clock reads at 9:13 in the morning. Is that correct?
It was when we started the game, so we'll give me a second. More like this.
All right, still early enough.
Yes. Half day.
All right. They're all kind of in the general vicinity. He goes, all right. Galali, how are you feeling in the bath? Are you good to travel?
I feel more myself. Traveling, we'll have to see.
Alright.
Should we wait? I know it's urgent, but should we take at least a day of rest? Maybe study a bit this peninsula of Candlemere and like pants, like take care of her little wounds or some.
Yeah, because like you watch over and you scan. Vest, you're still kind of wounded. Necree is slightly wounded. Lucian is more or less
Bleeding, supposedly.
bleeding.
I would like to get on the road. This problem started here. I'm not wild about staying. It's early enough where we can get on the road. We can treat our wounds. on the road, and we'll have days to study. If this is on the map where you say it is, we're gonna have plenty of time to travel and tend to ourselves and study.
I'm of the same mind. We can mend ourselves on the path. It will not take long.
Excellent. Lucian, grab me Bahali from the stables. Galali, let's get you on a horse. And Creston, you keep doing a good job guarding. And Necre's gonna turn and
He
start
looks at you
walking
for a
to the gate.
second. Keston.
Both of you, yes. And Necre's gonna walk to the gate.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, Keston.
He would nod at you and kind of like, got that usually. And you do decide to take the road. I see. Give me a second.
Before we leave, can we just like give the heads of the bandits to Olex?
Yes,
Or
you may
that was
give
already done.
the heads. No, that was not done. So you may
Put
give
out
the
the
heads of
thing.
the bandits. Give the heads of the bandits. Just give me a second. Where is it? What's wanted bandits? That here. Here we go. Updated, which gives you 30 experience points.
Yay!
Let me give you the experience point. Here we go. Everybody got 30 XP. Excellent. So, you leave. So my question is, where do you head out? Do you head out in the woods, or do you decide to go to the plains?
As we're leaving,
Yes.
I have you pull up the shop.
Pull up the.
The Oleg's like trading shop thing, so I can just
Oh.
pick up some supplies as people prepare to leave.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do. Sorry, I need to. Where is it? Stolen lands, Oleg's trading post. View scene. Activate. So we are going into Oleg's trading post. Just give me a few seconds while I'll bring up. Here we go. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anybody else wants to do anything before they leave?
No, thank you.
I think Vest needs a better jacket, and so Davian will just kind of walk over and just kind of brush the dust off his coat, and take a minute, and when he's done, it kind of matches Lucian's.
Oh, so you have a black coat now.
Same sort of black coat with checked pattern off to one side of red and blue.
So you're matching now.
Much
Oh.
better.
Can it be the checkers all blue? The rest
No.
I like it. No. Oh.
No, this
That's
is
amazing.
fine.
No.
That's great. You get a magical new jacket, and the first thing he does is, "Ooh, can we change the style over here, please?" That's amazing, and I love it. That's great.
Am I
No.
feeling?
Because it doesn't match the aesthetic.
Yeah, no. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm with it. I am 100% with it. I
Socks
absolutely
agree.
absolutely love getting a new magic coat.
Yes,
It's like-
Gilali.
Ooh, color.
Am I feeling well enough to heal our injured?
Well enough, yes. Well, in general, no.
Maybe just Lucian.
So you may go ahead and cast healing spells. You may target him and cast your healing spell.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on.
You need to over him and press T. There we go. And then you cast your spell.
Ba, 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 ba.
And then click heal. I would advise the one at 2. So heal versus living. And you may roll for healing. Lucian. Here we go. And healing solution, Gilali, still slightly injured, seeming weak, does chant and touches you. And as the moment that she touches you, the pain and the wounds that you had are simply gone. But I'm guessing that you're too busy shopping. I guess that's what he is. It is because he's not saying much.
Lucian
If you're
might need
talking to
a-
me, I'm
Lucian
having
might need a-
technical issues behind the scenes.
Oh, what's going on?
I think I'm good now. My whole computer just like froze and crashed. Hi. So what was the question?
So we were saying that as you're
You got
shopping, Gilali comes over weak and heals you from all of your wounds.
Oh, okay. You look at her awkwardly and go, thank you, but you should rest.
I think I'm going to go get back in the tub until we're absolutely about to leave.
Yes, that would be.
And I will literally go and submerge back in the tub.
Excellent.
Can we bring it with us?
Just bring the tub with us.
Will the tub fit in the back of the cart? How big's our cart?
Give me a second. So you put everything in a cart. So the cart takes off, and you head off in the wilderness. Give me a second.
What is the easier road to the south? Is there a clear road through the plains, or is the fastest way south the way we had previously taken through the woods to the river and then along the river?
There's not really a path or anything of the sort. So going into the wilds and into the plain is probably the best.
Then Necray would start leading me how the plains to the south.
Okay. Give me a second. What about you, Vess?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm low key entering some stuff in their journal entrance. Can you repeat the question?
So, going.
Is
what,
the question?
the
in what
question
direction?
was what direction you guys are going?
They were saying south towards Lake Candlemere, so I guess we want to head there. Maybe we should do. I would advise we do some scouting, but if we want to go south, let's go south.
So you're heading here, ish.
Yeah, well, the end journey is like around here.
Yeah, but what path are you
So-
taking for that?
Do you guys want to go through the woods, or do we explore something new?
I think we should go south along the plains. Don't go through the woods, because if we're going all the way down to the lake and that island and that peninsula, the plain seems the flatter, straighter, faster route.
All right. I'm okay with it. Let's go through the plain.
Excellent. So you guys are heading here as your first action. Give me a second. Which brings us to so your first day of travel Do you go along the woods or into the plains themselves?
I think we're skirting the woods.
Yeah.
Skirting the woods along the
Here? Excellent. Excellent. So as you are there, give me a second. Let me bring up the camping.
And as we're out in the wilderness, are the twins seems better?
Gilali seems to get better. Hard to think for Nakri, but Gilali does seem to get better.
You know, Galali, if you're not feeling well, perhaps I should perhaps I should set camp this time.
Are you sure? I think I feel well enough.
All right, as you wish.
So,
Okay. Survival?
Yes.
and that is a crit success. Sorry, a success. What is everybody else doing?
Phil, can you add me to the?
You're not
bar
on the
on top?
sheet. What the hell?
I'm not part of the group.
How embarrassing! Not part of the group. This is how
I
you
know.
learn he got fired.
Now you are.
Can Sox do something? Can you know?
I
Sox
lack
tell a
permission to
campfire
update.
story?
Yes, you don't update. You tell me what you want to do.
Let's cook some food. Let's do.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
What about everybody else?
Necray would do his regular hunting and gathering.
I can either organize watch, or if Lucian wants to do it, I'll go campfire. But I'm pretty perceptive.
I'd like to. Davian would like to wait to see what Nakri brings back and see if he can cook something special.
You already need to check what you have for meat, because basically meat that is hunted takes about
Yep.
12 hours before it becomes meat itself, so you can only do stuff with the meat that you currently have.
Okay. Well,
There
then he's
are
gonna-
supplies. There are supplies in the group.
Can we slide me over to discover special meal?
Yes, I will do that. No, you want to discover a special meat.
Yeah.
You don't want to cook.
Well, the special meal also requires cooking, so
Yes, but one of them is discovering a recipe. The other one is cooking.
okay.
So, do you want to experiment with food, or do you want to create food for the party?
Oh, we're totally experimenting with food.
Okay.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a whole lot of this.
Yep.
You do not have
That box
cooking
there?
lore,
I know I don't.
so you can't do discovering special meal.
Oh.
I know.
All right, fine. I'll cook normal food.
Okay. What about the other members of the party? Lucian.
Yeah, if Vest wants to do organized watch, I'll do that. I know he's better at it, and I'll go take Keela's blessing for the people who I still.
Okay, so I'm dropping you here. Who else? So Vess.
Yeah, I'll do organized watch.
What about Gilali?
My party is rebelling. Devian is taking over cooking. They are tired of the last 3 burnt meals, so I will try to to discover a special meal.
Perfect. So, you know what? Let's do that. Excellent. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, you got the
Yep.
first crit
So-
success. Let's go. Who
So,
voted for
who
you?
voted for Gilali getting the first? Oh, sorry, Vest
No,
getting
for
the
Vest.
first crit success.
Absolutely no.
Oh, so no one's making things out of that. Perfect. Let me see.
Yeah, I
Lucian's
can-
healed. Success. So, Here's a question, Davian.
Yep.
Are you cooking a basic meal or a hearty meal?
A hearty meal.
Excellent. Give me a second.
McRae comes back to camp after a little bit to the smell of the good hearty meal, and
Oh, that's a
clearly
failure.
oh, Galali must have been cooking again.
I just watched what she did.
Why would you do that? You
So because of that, you
Davian
lost.
has no clue
should've-
that she
should have
cooked like
watched
crap.
and done the opposite. That's yeah.
So you did lose 5 rations, 20 ingredients, 11 basic ingredients. So, and we are moving forward with that. You will have a rest. And the weather today is rainy. So I am guessing, yes, please. And I'm guessing that you're continuing forward with your trek further into. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Give me a second.
Yes, we'd be traveling south, going to the river, and at this point we are looking for a safe spot to ford the river with the horse and the horses and the cart.
So you're looking for a way to. Oh, excellent. So you go down one here, and you do find what is a rickety bridge. The bridge can seem to be able to support one person at a time, and even then groans and creaks ominously whenever they do so. Giving you the impression that if you wish to have the cart and the horse, it would be dangerous.
Perhaps we should follow along the edge of the river a wee bit farther.
Do we notice a lot of movement around, like some horses or brigands or people?
So you scan the horizon and the plains, and you do not see any like thieves in the bushes or like horses galloping. You don't see nothing like that.
All right, just making sure that we're kind of low-key open terrains, and I'm paranoid.
Well, are we heading further south, or are we going to trust this bridge of unknown origin?
Can I check the quality of the bridge if it's like well done?
So how would you do that?
Well, I have some knowledge in architecture, and I will check like underneath if like if there's like supports or like the ropes are steady and so on, like on a structural point in the knowledge I gathered back then, if it seems solid.
Make roll for architecture lore.
Oh yeah.
So the bridge itself seems rotten. The plank seems soggy, moss covered. The ropes have seen better days. Gives you the impression that a person traversing it on his own should be enough, but more than that, for the cart and the horse, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 20-foot drop into the water if it breaks.
All right. Good news, bad news, troops. This bridge won't hold the horse and the cart, but if we want to go one by one, we can. Oh, is there a wildcat around?
Well, I don't want to leave Bialy behind here. Surely there's another way across this river.
All right, let's try to find one.
So you wish to keep going on the side?
South, yeah, on the east bank of the river.
Excellent. Just give me a second. Okay.
How deep and wide is the river?
Well, at least 20 feet deeps. Well, drop.
So, where you were earlier, there was a bridge, and it is a 20-foot drop into what seems to be this ravine. Where you are right now, though, water seems to be very shallow to the point that you're pretty sure that even though the river is 20 feet across, it's about a 3 feet at the deepest.
Ah, see? Here we go. All right, Bialy.
That's deep.
I'll stand in the cart and will
Wait,
have
that's
only
deep.
my
I'm
head.
sorry. How deep did you say the water was? Did I mishear?
The water's about 3 feet.
Oh, okay. No, that's what I heard.
Three.
A horse can. Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
1, 2,
that's
3.
deep.
That's what? 3 feet. Oh, well,
I'm
yeah.
3.5
Get in the cart, you child. get in the cart, you child. Yes, of course. That's sorry, little one.
Child is offensive for my kind, but I'll go in the cart anyway.
10 seconds ago, you said we all look the same. Get in the cart.
That was Davian, not me.
I thought I was talking to Davian. Sorry. You.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You'll get the voice at some point.
So, you cross the river, and you head southwards, I guess, towards the peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excellent. As you approach, off in the distance, so the peninsula itself is like this rising slope that seems to be overlooking the lake in front of it. Off in the distance, you do see what seems to be ruins of sorts. By the time that you get there it is. The darkness slowly starts to settle in, and you do see what seems to be torchlights and certain degree of activity. Perhaps a fair amount of individuals that are currently gravitating in this ruin of sorts that seems to have been reinforced for the purpose of warding off attackers. As far as you're concerned, this could very well be the headquarters of the thieves and thugs in the area.
Lucian.
Agreed.
So I think the approach should be we set up a small camp here and rest and hold off and attack just before first light. If we approach now, this is the start of their guard. They're awake. They're alert. If we do it at just before first light, that is the end of a guard shift. They're going to be tired. They're not going to be expecting us. We might have a jump on them if we wait. I know that is difficult for you. What do you think?
You really do not know much about me. Give me a second. And he'll go rummage around in the cart for a few seconds, come back with the 3 amulets that we have of the Stag Lord bandits that we've killed, and kind of hold them out and go, surely it be simple to just wear these, walk into the camp, pretend we are one of them, and then find a good strategic point to strike.
Yeah, you are not incorrect. Lucian, do me a favor. How many amulets are you holding?
3.
How many people are
5.
with us?
Well, he'll look at the 2. Oh, first off, he'll look to Davian and go, well, he was already captured once. It wouldn't be hard to make them believe he's another one of our captured.
So me, you, and Galali wear the amulets. Vest, Davian, and the Fox are our captives.
I suppose so.
I
That's
do.
Fabian, do we agree with this plan?
I do have another amulet.
Okay. All right. So the four of us, Davian, are you okay?
I guess. I mean, do I have a choice?
Of
Well,
course,
we're not
we're not
finding
actually
it.
capturing you.
That's fine. I got away before. I'll get away again.
We can trade place if you prefer. I'm open to be mistreated, I
Meh.
guess. Ugh. The
Meh.
Actually, I didn't raise the hand. Sorry. Can I recall knowledge? What were the species races of all the bandits in the last camp? Were they all
Human.
human?
As far as you're concerned, yes, they were all human.
You know, Lucian, we don't really fit in with the whole bandit look. You know, I'm concerned with them believing that two elves not of this realm would all of a sudden be members of their gang, tribe, bandits, family.
Uh, I can perhaps help a little. Let me see what I have in here. I feel like I had like a disguise kit, but I could be wrong. No, I do have a disguise kit, so maybe I can help out a little with that. But
Well, I'm nothing if not a team player.
So while you look into discovering that, we will pick that back in 2 weeks on session 6 of Kingmaker campaign. So I want to remember everybody in stream right now that if they wish, there is points to be made and points to be spent in order to the Drunken Duck. Thank you so much to joining the fight. That's amazing. Thank you so much and welcome aboard. That being said, there are points that you guys can actually have in order to spend so that our party can gain magical items, consumable, and other things like that. I also wanted to extend a special thank you for everybody that's currently broadcasting our stream. That's really enjoyable. We have 17 viewers. That's great. Be sure to get involved and so much so we can have more followers in the sword so we can follow in the campaign. That being said, see you around in 2 weeks. Next episode of Kingmaker.
Yay!
2 weeks. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care, guys. Have a great evening.
Later on.